The first thing I'm just going to do is chain 1 and turn. Now, just a quick note here about right and wrong sides. This is the right side of your top, so this is the odd numbers. So all your odd numbers rows are going to be worked on the right side, and the even are going to be the wrong side. There's a reason for this, because this section contains cluster stitches which pop out, and they're always worked on the same side. So we'll get stuck in and you'll see what I mean as we get going. So the first thing we're just going to do is we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch along. So we're just going to make 50 single crochets. That's our first row. Okay, so now we're going to work our first row of clusters. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and now we're going to be working with the wrong side facing us. So I'm going to start by working 6 single crochet across, and I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to miss that stitch, and this is where we're going to work our first cluster. So each cluster it's like 4 half double crochets together, not half double crochets but half finished double crochets. I'll show you. We're going to yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop and yarn through 2. So that's the same as how we start with our double crochet, but we haven't done the yarn over and pull through 2 the second time. Instead of doing that, we're going to yarn over and we're going to start again. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've done it twice, we've got 3 loops on hook. We're going to do it twice more. Yarn over, insert a hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We've got 5, and excuse my radiator in the background. So we're going to yarn over then and pull through all 5 and just do a chain to close the stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet. So that completes our first set of repeats of 10 stitches. So you can see already that's beginning to pop on the other side. So we're going to repeat this 4 more times across the row. So it starts with working a single crochet in the next 6 stitches. And chain 1, skip 1, and we work our cluster. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, and then 3 more times. So we've got 5 loops on the hook that we're going to pull through. Then chain 1, miss 1, single crochet, and then again 6 stitches. Chain 1, miss 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2, 5 loops, yarn over and through all 5. Chain 1 to crochet, then chain 1 to skip 1, and complete the repeat with 1 single crochet. 2 more times to go. So I'm going to chain 2 to prepare for the next row and turn, and you can see where they're starting to pop out there. So all we're going to do for this row is work 50 double crochet across. So in the top of each single crochet, that chain 2 at the beginning doesn't count. So we're working double crochet in the top of the single and in the chain stitch, in the top of the cluster, in the next chain stitch, and then across the next lot of single crochet. So this is working with the right side facing us now, and you can see that working this double crochet just helps that cluster to pop. Now I've also heard these called bobble stitches or popcorn stitches. There's lots of different terminology. Cluster seemed to be the one that came up most as a descriptor, but this is why we always do stitch descriptions, because people call the same things different terms, and it can get pretty complicated. When you are working these bobble, popcorn, 3D stitches, whatever you want to call them, it's always important that they're worked on the same side so that they pop through the same way, because you don't want, especially for a garment, you don't want it sticking out there and then sticking onto the inside. When you're working into the cluster, it's that stitch that you work into. We've got our little chain stitch there which we use to close it, but I go over that one and I work into the longer stitch. And I tend to work over the chains, not through them. So that's our row of double crochet done, and you can see how it makes the cluster stitches really pop out. So now we're going to work our second row of clusters, and just so you know what it looks like, they're actually offset. So our first row we work that chain of 6. Sorry, we work the row of 6 single crochet, then the clusters, and then there's the gap. Now we're here, we're going to work the cluster right at the start. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, then we're going to chain 1, work the cluster, chain 1, skip 1, and then work 6 single crochet, then start over with a single crochet, then the cluster group across to the end. So I'll show you. So we're going to chain 1 and turn, which doesn't count as a stitch. Then we're going to single crochet in that first stitch, chain 1, skip 1, excuse me, then we're going to yarn over and work our cluster. So we're going to skip that one, and then we're going to work 6 single crochet. 1, so we're just going to carry on across doing exactly the same. When we finish this row, we'll work another row of double crochet, and then we'll go back to this first row of clusters to keep the offset. So now we're just going to chain 2 and work our row of double crochets. Should still be 50 stitches. So that's our pattern for the cluster stitch section, and what we're going to do is we're just going to repeat that now until we're done. So there we have our cluster section finished.